Welcome to the course on computer design of electrical machines. We will have a lecture 40 today with a case study and tutorial 1 and 2. So, tutorial 1 is modeling of magnet in finite element and tutorial 2 is DC AC force of a graphite EI core inductor. So, coming to tutorial 1, modeling of a magnet. The purpose of this example is to demonstrate how the material and direction of magnet are defined in finite element analysis, and for this example a single magnet is to be modeled in 2D planar geometry. Now steps for the modeling of magnet: define and create the creation of the model structure, here magnet model, define the structure of material properties, like here N42 magnet material properties assigned, and define the boundary outer circle to define flux lines only inside, and analysis of the model and post processing calculation of the model and results display. So, coming to this example 1, using finite element toolbar, and consider a bar length of 2 inch long and 0.5 inch wide and 0.25 thick, as you can see in the diagram, magnetized through the thickness dimensions, and the magnet material is N42, N denoting the neodymium iron boron, and D FeB material, and the 42 denotes the nominal energy product of 42 MgO mega Gauss ostrates as shown in the figure. So, top side of the magnet is N pole, the bottom side of magnet is the S pole phase, and the magnet material model of the most power magnets can be defined by knowing the two quantity: the relative magnetic permeability of the magnet and the coercivity of the magnet. So, now coming to modeling of a power magnet using finite element model toolbox. So, coming to as a step 1 as a problem definition, define the problem definition before defining the structure. In this problem type, planar or asymmetrical, so unit frequency, mass size, solver precision are to be defined as it is given in the typically in the diagrams. And then step 2, geometry creation. So, using the construction methods, point, line, rectangular and arc to draw the geometry. As you can see in the diagram, using the points and line, rectangle is formed for a given dimensions. Here 1 is for magnet definition, 2 is for external environment like. So, step 3, geometric metric definition. The geometry represents a cross section of the magnet and some air surrounding the magnet, and there is a block level inside the magnet denoted as 0.2, and the second is the air around the magnet denoted as 0.1. Now, coming to part 2, like geometry material definition. The material defined for the magnet is N42, will be as picture in figure. To as you are selecting like here as a N42, then linear relationship, then relative permeability 1.05, then the relative mu y 1.02. Similarly, you are going to select typically other parameter like SC ampere per, which is given here 155319 into square root 42, and then you have a different boxes. Go ahead. So, now coming to geometric material, define the orientation of the magnetism in the power magnet, and selecting a 90-degree angle as shown, and north is NNN and south is SSS of the magnet, as you can see typically 90 here and in the typically in the figure. Now, step 3 is the boundary definition. Define a boundary to analyze the model, and the magnetic field analysis within the boundary, and the flux lines and the flux density outside the boundary is 0. A circle is used for boundary condition is planar column. Now, step 4 is analysis of the model. Toolbar is the run analysis button to analyze the solution. Step 5, the post processing setting and result display. So, when the solver finishes, use the show result toolbar button to view the solution, and the solution like as a figure when flux density plots are turned on. And step 6 is result display. So, when the solver finishes, use show result toolbar bottom to view the solution like as a figure when flux density plots are turned on. So, now coming as a modeling of a power magnet using a MATLAB script. So, coming to like a example 2 using MATLAB script. A, model the power magnet shown in figure using finite element model and MATLAB. B, plot the variation of flux density along with the xy axis of the magnet at 0.1 millimeter gap from the magnet, as you can see in the figure. So, first step 1 is the problem define the problem definition before defining the structure, and in this problem, planar or asymmetrical, the unit frequency, mass, size, and solar precision are to be defined. As you see in the diagram, try to parameterize as many variables as possible. Now, CLC, clear, open FEM. Now, new document and message box, assignment 1, and my Prof definition 0 millimeters, planar, and 1.e to power point minus a 530, and percentage AC solver is not added. So now typically using the construction methods, point, line, and rectangular and arc to draw the geometry. The geometry here is I draw rectangular in bracket 1 comma 1 semicolon 11 comma 3.51 for the magnet, and I draw arc that is 22.25 in comma 2.25 minus 12.25 comma 2.25 comma 180 comma 5 as the geometry of arc, boundary of arc, and the MI draw second one minus 12.25 comma 2.25, then 22.525 comma 2.25 comma 180 comma 5 as a boundary arc 2, and then MI zoom natural. So now coming to geometry material definition, this geometry represents a cross section of the magnet and the some air surrounding the magnet. So here material alignment is get material, MI geometrical as air, and MI geometrical material as N42, and set material to label. So MI add block label 1 5.5 comma 2, MI selectable select label 5.5 comma 2. Now coming to typically group 2 as a N42 magnet material and group 3 as a air material. Now MA stock block prop N42 comma 1 comma 0, then none comma 40 comma 2 comma theta, and with the command N42 at 90 degree, and group 2 MI clearly selected, and MI add block label 5.5 comma 5, and MI selectable select label 5.5 comma 5, and MI select block prop in bracket air comma 1 comma 0 comma theta comma none and comma 0 comma 3 comma 0 as a comment as air group 3. Now coming to step 3 as a boundary definition, to define a boundary to analyze the model. So magnetic flux analysis is within the boundary. The flux line and flux density outside the boundary is 0. So boundary alignment is like MI add bond prop in bracket air comma 0 comma 0 comma 0 comma 0 comma 0, and MI select segment in bracket 22.25 comma 2.25, MI select segment bracket in minus 12.25 comma 2.25, and MI your set arc segments. So 5 comma air comma 0 comma 1, and MI clear selected, and you can see typically magnet and boundary dimensions with material assignment, how the diagram look like. I mean after that in calculation, and then meshing of the structure how look like. So now coming to step 4, analysis of the model. Analysis and solution is saved before analyzing. MI save as in bracket equal to FEM plus my assignment comma assignment 1 and assignment FEM, and MI creation. Answer is 3653. Similarly, MI assign and analyze. My load is solution. MI zoom natural. MI show density plot 1 comma 0 with the parameters, and then MO set grid 0.5 and comma card, and you can see flux lines and flux density in the typically in 2 diagrams. And then now step 5, post processing setting for the typical result display. The plot the flux density along with the XY geometry, and this is the typically the code are given here in detail, and typically you can see total code and the display at the command for Y label as a plot for the plot, and you can see the plot clearly how the flux density with the distance on x-axis and how the distance with flux density typically for y-axis in 2 axis. The flux density with respect to distance along x-axis and y-axis are shown. Now coming to tutorial 2, DC and AC force of a capped EI core inductor. So coming to modeling of DC and AC force capped EI core inductor. So task A, model an EI core inductor with following specification as you can see in the typically in diagram. So the winding that lies in the slot of the E consists of 66 turns of 18 AWG wire. For the purposes of this model, the material is assumed to be a linear paramagnetic material with a relative permeability of 2500. And task B is the present table of comparison between calculated and simulated inductance, DC force and AC force. And now the step 1 problem definition. Define the problem definition before defining the structure. In this problem, planar asymmetrical unit frequency, mass, size, and solve the precision to be defined. And these are typically the code with the instructions given in the box. And then define the length and width of the EI core, which is given in the geometry. For this purpose, there is a typically code is given here. And then typically using the construction method, find line this to draw for EI core. First I core is to be constructed. So the I core, the code, you can just see how the I core is created as a mass here with the diagram. And then you have a geometry, step 2 is the geometry. With the code, you can how it is the typically I and E core geometry is shown here. And then typically geometry, typically material definition. So M36 selected as a core material for E core. And you can see how M36 core material is selected for the core portion with the code. And similarly for your M30 select as a core material for I core and boundary as a air. So you can see look into like diagram how it is shown, and the code is given here for doing this process. And third is the boundary definition to define the boundary to analyze the model, and the magnetic flux analysis within the boundary, and the flux line and flux density outside the boundary. So this is typically the boundary defined as the with the code, and how the boundary look like on, of course, in the box. And then step 3 circuit definition. Define the circuit for the excitation. So standard Y gauge 18 of 67 are used for excitation, and typically add the circuit property. This is given the code here, and how did the coil 1 and coil 2 are shown with the geometry of the typically of EI core. And then typically your CEI and boundary dimension with the magnet assigned, as you can see in the typically in the diagram. And then matching of the structure of this typically of the EI core. Now coming to analytical reluctance calculation. So reluctance is equal to Lg upon 4 into 10 power minus 7 into core depth into E core center pole width into 10 power minus 3. Putting the value, it comes 3.133 into 10 power 680 per Weber, and L equal to N square upon reluctance. So putting value, it comes like 1.39 millihenry. Now coming to step 4, analyze the model. The first linkage method file calculation is the code of model. It's a model and calculation of inductance using the code. And this is the code for analysis of the model calculated inductance using field energy storing as a co-energy method for L calculation. And this is the typically the flux lines with the leakage flux. And this is typically flux density distribution of this. And then inductance comes as L equal to 1.769 millihenry. And results of inductance is first is the analytical calculation 1.3 millihenry. And calculation using flux linkage FEM 1.796 millihenry, and calculate the using flood energy, that field energy, it comes 1.801 millihenry. Now coming to DC force calculation, if I assume that there is a no leakage and fringing, and that the contribution of the iron sections to the reluctance of the magnetic circuit is the trivial in comparison to the contribution of air, the force on E core is described as F equal to mu 0 N square into I square divided by 4G square, where the center A the center pole width, N is the number of turns, I the current, and G the air gap length. And if IAC is the complex number representing the AC coil current, so I equal to I0 cos omega t. So AC force will be F equal to mu 0 N square I0 cos omega t square divided by 4G square, where A is the pole width, N is the number of turns, and I is the current, and G is the gap length. And this is typically the step 5 processes in setting for DC force calculation with the code in MATLAB. You can see clear code given here, and similarly the code for force calculation. So the result comes as a step 5. The force calculation due to the DC current is analytical calculation 1.0948 Newton. Calculate the using weight stress tensor FEM 1.1134 for y-axis and 4.5342 into 4 Newton in x-axis. Calculation of Maxwell stress tensor 1.1153 through y-axis and minus 3.097 into 10 power minus 4 in x-axis. Now typically force calculation due to the AC current, calculation of weighted stress tensor for DC component is equal to 0.0555 Newton meter for y-axis and 2.2614 into minus 4 Newton for x-axis. Calculation of weighted stress tensor AC component 0.555 minus 0.019 IN through y-axis and 2.26 10 to the power minus 4 minus 6.811 9 e to the power minus 7 I through y-axis. Calculation using Maxwell stress tensor. DC component is 0.5567 Newton and y-axis 3.939 to e to the power minus 6 Newton for x-axis. And typically your calculation using Maxwell stress is AC component equal to 0.5567 minus 0.0019 I Newton meter and Newton and in y-axis and 3.9392 e to the power minus 0.96 minus 4.278 into minus 0.9 Newton. And these are the typical references for these tutorials which you can have a look, and thank you very much.